He has been arrested for theft. What the hell was Flakko stealing? He looked like a pretty big dude. He don't look like he missing no meals. I decided to go get the paperwork.
Really represents how useless, degenerate, pathetic, backwards LA gang culture is.
What's the word with the politicers? Frederick Jella, you got some spending to do. Is this how you come into America? Disgrace. You thief. You thief. I can't get jiggy with this shit. Man, they talking about Flakko was out here doing bottom-of-the-barrel thievery activities. Yeah, man. Trying to work the recycle place up out of Kansas shit. Nah, I'm bullshitting. He did do something he wasn't supposed to. He did something he wasn't supposed to do, though. This dude then went out his way to get the paperwork about it. First, they alleged Flakko was doing something with kids or something. Then he debunked that, saying, man, I ain't me. That's a family member. Between point and shooting Byron, I don't know who on this African B2B's more. Hell, I don't even know what Flakko did to piss them off, but they can't stop, won't stop. He ain't the most likable person in the world, we know that. He be trying to pop his greatest shit about the members in the city. Oh yeah, them folks disgraceful. How is that the culture? He said some crazy shit to Brick Baby one time, to the extent of all gang members' mothers should suffer, cause they the one that burned the kids into the world. I'm like, what? Man, that'd be throwing me for a loop. He trying to be academics for real. Ag better warn him about that pressure that came behind the scenes, though. Anyway, Byron pulled up the paperwork from the situation that occurred at Walmart. He ran off on the taxi. Nowadays, he rides big body Benz paid for. Cash. So I'm sure his dementia gonna kick in. I don't know what you speak of. How dare you insult me? His daddy was probably sick as hell. This is not how I raised you, Frederick. You come here and you call yourself Fred the Goon? You are no goon. You come from Silver Spoon. Why are you stealing these things? Why are you stealing these things? The illest African that landed in Nebraska might be headed for disaster. Damn.
He has been arrested for theft. What the hell was Flakko stealing? He looked like a pretty big dude. He don't look like he missing no meals. I decided to go get the paperwork. According to these documents, the reason Flakko was charged with theft is because on May 18th, 2017 at 1922, which is 7:22, Officer Carlson responded to Walmart for a theft of services call. Upon arrival, the officer spoke with the victim, Justin Clements. He told the officer that he picked up the subject, Frederick Jala, at his address around 4 o'clock. Justin then drove him around to different places where Frederick ran different errands. Around 6 o'clock, Justin drove Frederick to Walmart, and Frederick told him he was going inside to transfer some money and get some groceries. Justin waited about an hour, and Frederick never came back out. Justin went inside and had staff page Frederick over the loudspeakers. He never showed up. Justin attempted to call him, but his phone went straight to voicemail. The officer went inside Walmart to look for Justin, but could not find him. Tried to call his phone, but it went straight to voicemail. The officer followed Justin over to Frederick's address and attempted to make contact. So I'm assuming that they meant they went looking for Frederick. They followed Justin over to Frederick's address and attempted to make contact. No one answered the door, and they could not hear anyone inside the apartment. The officer tried to call Frederick again, but it went to voicemail again. The total cost of the taxi ride was $133.50. So $133.50 for a ride. Damn. Man, Yaz going to jail, man.
News of LA rapper YCA 80 Bands losing his life really represents how useless, degenerate, pathetic, backwards LA gang culture is. So a brother lost his life, a black man, he lost his life because he was banned from a neighborhood that he grew up in. YCA 80 Bands is from Main Street Crip. Main Street Crips have been in a lifelong beef with the Hoovers. Okay, they are into it really badly. Now, it's unclear how this beef started because, I'm not a gang historian. I don't care enough about gang talk to investigate this. But, yeah, they've been beefing. All right, now, regardless of how it started, to be honest, the beef is stupid. All right, like they beefing over who wears different bandanas that's created in Southeast Asia. All right, they beefing over words being said, and 9 times out of 10, they speaking gang talk, which is gibber gabberish. Right, none of that lingo is in the Webster dictionary. It's all stupid talk. All right, like if you have a made up word to diss my gang, and that word means literally nothing because it's gibber gabberish, why do I have to kill you over you saying it? Right, like there's like somebody creating a word for me called, I don't know, the Flakko diss is Flakko Hannigan. And somebody starts saying Flakko Hannigan 1,000 different times. F Flakko Hannigan. Bro, Flakko Hannigan is gibber gabberish. Like I'm not I'm not one bit insulted, bro, that you made up a word. But apparently that's what LA gang culture is, okay? People killing each other over made up words. He was driving through a community today that he's familiar with because he lived there at some point in his life. He decided to stop and go into a smoke shop. Now, the advertisement on the smoke shop, I'll be real, was pretty enticing and hard not to stop for. It was like 35 for a 3.5. Like, that's a deal you can beat. So he stops and he goes into the smoke shop. Now, apparently when he was going into the smoke shop, 2 men followed behind him.
Deviant that you see on your... This devious young deviant that you see on your screen right here is Poetik Flakko, aka Frederick Jala. For quite some time, he has been leading the charge against gangbangers, gang members, corruption in the community. Yeah, y'all know all that stuff he be talking. Y'all know all that stuff dude be talking, man. Yeah, look at him. Don't he look? He look like a little sneaky little, don't he though? Look, he look like soon as you turn around, he gonna reach for your wallet. So yeah, today's contestant is Poetik Flakko, man. Now y'all know how Flakko do. He been running around calling criminals and people who commit crimes the scum of the earth. I don't think he believes you should be given a second chance at life unless you snitch on somebody. This dude is flat out telling you, if you do the crime, do the time, you're going to jail. He's going to send you to jail. So, considering that he presents himself as such an upstanding citizen, I thought to myself one day, like, man, let me just go look and see if this dude ever been arrested for something. Like, because, you know, most people who talk like that, they never had a traffic ticket or nothing of that sort. You know, they pretty good, upstanding people. Anyway, I do a little homework on Mr. Frederick Jala and find that he has been arrested for theft.
Y'all seen it for yourself, man. I don't think that man just pulled that out of thin air. I don't jump on no bandwagons or nothing. I got my own opinions about people and things, you know? Flakko never was one of my favorite hosts on No Jumper, but I respect his come up for sure. I remember he'd be stuttering for 5 minutes trying to finish a sentence. Nowadays, it's just 2 minutes. That's real progression. He was going crazy when he first got the No Jumper, just building his channel up. And essentially, he did the same thing that Adam got mad at AD&T Rail for, doing spin-off videos of the topics or narratives he created on No Jumper. Adam wasn't feeling that shit. But he found the common ground, and he kept on pushing. Now he really looking like Prince Hakeem in the YouTube streets, from ashy to classy. He trying to look like old boy from Fresh and Fit after his surgery, but he's still gonna look like Rolly from Baddies. She glowed up too though. That paper do wonders, huh? What Hustle say? Get some money, man, you gonna feel better. You gonna look a little better too, shit. Flakko don't mean no harm if you ask me. He doing this shit for content. You see how long it took him to get around in. He felt that pressure through the group chat. That Nigerian Build-A-Bear built this schedule around Hefes. That shit is funny though. He had to do what he had to do, man. He only had enough for fufu and that little piece of ass he was gonna buy later on. He wobbled his fat ass out the side door and made his way home. Somebody find a cab driver though. I'm sure he gonna show up and show out. Like Mr. Beast, start kicking him down. What do I owe you? How much do I owe you? Don't you take 1,000. Take 1,000 and I'm gonna make you a YouTube channel. He gonna accept that shit like deal or no deal. What y'all think, man? Let me know in the comments. Political street views? No fake news.